Evening, welcome to another video of Vedantu Karnataka. So as you've seen the thumbnail, today we're going to do numericals. Okay? Can you quickly let me know if I'm audible and visible? Hi Hemant. Hi Unknown. Hello Rocker. Hi all of you. So let's not waste time. Let's go. Let's start solving numericals. Am I audible properly? Hello Shreya. Hello Pradeep. Good evening Afira. Oh, very good, Yuvaraj. All of you congratulate Yuvaraj. Yuvaraj got 91 in exam 2 physics. Good job, Yuvaraj. Okay, let me not waste time because you all have an exam tomorrow. And let's quickly. Good evening, Shaik. Good evening, Hamsu, Harshita. Hi. Yeah. So let's start. I want all of you to grab a piece of pen, a pen and a sheet of paper. Okay, and you'll all solve with me. Yes? Yes, you will all solve with me? Hi, Roshan. So can you all put some fire emojis if you're ready to solve these numericals with me? Yes, full energy. Okay, I'm going to start. 3 capacitors of capacitance 2 picofarad, 3 picofarad and 4 picofarad are connected in parallel. What is the total capacitance of the combination? Determine the charge on each capacitor if the combination is connected to a 100-volt supply. Okay, so these are, first we will be doing few 3-mark numericals and then we will be doing all 5-mark numericals. Is that a deal? Yeah? Okay, so the question for A part of the question asks you to find out the total capacitance of capacitors connected in parallel. What is the formula? Capacitors connected in parallel together will be C1 plus C2 plus C3, which is 2 plus 3 plus 4. The answer is going to be 9 picofarad. You don't have to convert it into farad because all 3 are in picofarad, right? So it will be 4 plus 3 plus 2, which is 9 picofarad. Okay? Next, determine the charge on each capacitor if the combination is connected to a 100-volt supply. So in the question, it is given that voltage is 100 volt. Okay? And we also know a formula relating charge, capacitance and voltage. What is it? Q is equal to CV. Yes? Yeah? Q is equal to CV is the formula. So let's find Q for each of these capacitors. So you will find Q1, Q2 and Q3. V is 100 for all 3. Why is V the same for all 3? Because it is all connected in parallel. In a parallel circuit, voltage is the same everywhere. So let's do that. How do I find Q1? Q1 is C1 into V, which is 2 into 100, 200 picofarad. Q2 is C2 into V, which is 3 picofarad into 100, which is 300 picocoulomb. Q3 is 400 picocoulomb. Okay, so this is the answer. So you found out the total capacitance, which is 9 picofarad, and you found out the charge on each of the individual capacitors. Is that clear? Yes? If this is clear, can you quickly put some fire in the chat so we can move on to the next question? Clear? Okay, let's not waste time. Let's move on to the next question. 2 positive point charges two positive point charges of 12 microcoulomb and 8 microcoulomb are 10 centimeter apart. Okay, the work done in bringing them 4 centimeter closer is, so you have two charges. Okay, one charge is 12 microcoulomb, the other charge is 8 microcoulomb, and they are 10 centimeter apart. Okay, the distance between the two is 10 centimeters. We have to find out the work done to bring them 4 centimeter closer. So how should they be? This is 12, this is 8, this is 4 centimeter. We have to find out the work done to bring them 4 centimeter closer. Yes? Azrush, for exam 2, Vedantu Karnataka videos really help students. There's a student in today's class, Yuvraj, he got 91 out of 100. Yeah, you can all clap for Yuvraj. So, hopefully this will help in exam 3 also. Yeah, you can trust us. Okay, so did you all understand the question? So, you have 12 microcoulomb and 8 microcoulomb at a distance 10 centimeter. You have to find out the work done in bringing these two charges close such that their distance becomes 4 centimeter. From 10 centimeter, it should become 4 centimeter. Is the question clear to everybody? Yes? Okay. So, in this question, you will also need to know the value of epsilon 0, which I want all of you to by heart. Epsilon 0 is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. Alright? So, we've already learned that work done and potential energy is the same. In many derivations, you've seen, you find out work done and in the last step, you do work done equals potential energy, right? So, here, to find work done, we will directly find potential energy. What is the formula for potential energy? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R. Yeah. Now you just have to substitute all the values. Now first we will find out the potential energy of the charge when it is 10 centimeters apart. So it is 10 centimeters. This is 12. This is 8. So 1 by, so this will become 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, which is 9 into 10 raised to 9. Okay, okay, instead of learning you have to learn epsilon naught value, but you have to learn the value of 4 pi epsilon naught also. Alright, the value of 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 raised to 9. Yes? Yeah. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 12 microcoulomb, so 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 8 microcoulomb, so 8 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 10 centimeter should be converted into meters. So 10 centimeter is 0.1 meters. Okay. So that's how you get 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 times 8 into 10 raised to minus 6, the whole divided by 0.1. When you solve it, you should get 8.64 joules. Can you quickly let me know in the chat if you're getting 8.64 joules? Yes. Hi, Amu. Mr. How to? We are doing numericals. These are numericals, okay? Yeah. You're getting it? Yes. Now we have to find out the potential energy when the distance becomes 4. Same step, the only difference is this value will become 0.04. Yeah, that's all. That's the only difference. So U is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 8 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 0.04. That's the only difference. The distance between the charges are now 4 centimeters. So you convert it into meters, you write it as 0.04 meters. Okay. And then what you will be getting? You will be getting 21.6. Yeah. I want all of you to quickly solve it. 21.6. Now you have the potential of the charges initially when it was at a distance 10 centimeter. And then now you have the second potential energy when you brought it close to 4 centimeter. So if you subtract the potential energy when it was 10 centimeter and the potential energy when it was 4 centimeter, you will get the potential energy difference which is equal to the work done. Yes? Yes, that is your work done. Velumani, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, otherwise I'm sorry, okay? What is your doubt? You can just directly ask me the doubt. You don't have to type, ma'am, I have a doubt, okay? Yeah. Okay? Is this clear? Clear? Shall we move on to the next question? Students, shall we move on to the next question? Okay, next question. Charge through a cross section of a conductor is given by Q is equal to 5t square minus 2t. Okay, so this is a conductor. Okay, through this conductor, charge Q is moving and the value of charge Q is 5t square minus 2t. Okay, now the question is find out the average current. Find out the average current that is passing through this wire between time interval t1 is equal to 3 seconds and t2 is equal to 6 seconds. Yes? Okay? Is the question clear? Okay. So let's find out what is the formula for current. Current is equal to Q by T. Since I have to find out the current for a regular interval, I will take it as Q at T2 minus Q at T1, the whole divided by T2 minus T1. Why do I do that? Because I have to find out the average current between 3 seconds to 6 seconds. So I take the charges at 3 seconds, charges at 6 seconds, time at 3 seconds, time at 6 seconds, which is 6 seconds. Okay. Now, what is QT? That is also given to you in the question. Q is 5t square minus 2t. So let's substitute first. At t is equal to 6, what will it become? 5 into 6 square minus 2 into 6, which is 168. Now at t is equal to 3, it will become, substitute 5 into 3 square minus 2 into 3, which is 39 coulomb. Did I say seconds earlier? It's coulomb, okay? Charge is always coulomb. Yeah? So you will get charge at 6 seconds and charge at 3 seconds. Now substitute it in the formula. So I average will be charge at 6 seconds minus charge at 3 seconds divided by 6 minus 3. You will get 43 amps. That's all. Yeah? Hi Naveen the crazy, I remember you. Naveen, yesterday's class we did all important derivations. Please go check that video. Okay. You can look at the video where you have most expected, things or answers, questions. I don't remember the thumbnail. What was it? Most repeated questions. Yeah. All important questions are there. Okay. Hi Rakesh. Is this clear? Any doubts? Anybody? Okay. Let's look at the next question. Next question. Estimate the average drift speed of conduction electrons in a copper wire of cross-sectional area 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 meters square carrying a current of 1.5 amps. Assume the density of conduction electrons to be 9 into 10 raised to 28. Okay, so there are some electrons inside a copper wire. Okay, the area of the copper wire is how much? 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 meters square. Now, the current through the wire is what? 1.5 amps. Now, the density of the conduction electrons Density of the electrons is 9 into 10 raised to 8 meter raised to minus 3. Rocker, it was given in the question. In the previous question, initially the charges were at a distance 10 centimeter. And then I have to bring the charges close together to a distance of 4 centimeter. I have to find out the work done to move these charges closer. That is the question. So distances were 10 centimeter and 4 centimeter. Okay. Yeah. AID is given to you in the question. Yeah. Okay. Now we know that the current the formula relating current and drift velocity is I is equal to NEAVD. So VD is equal to I by NEA. Now density is the number of electrons. So this is taken as N. N is here, A is there. What is E? That is one value you have to by heart. E is the charge of one electron. So E is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 90. Now substitute all of these values. You will get the answer. Quickly solve it, students. You just have to substitute all of this. So VD is equal to 1.5 divided by N is 9 into 10 raised to 8 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 into area is 1.0 into 10 raised to minus 7. That's the area in the question, right? Yes, same area. And then if you solve it, you will get 1 millimeters per second. Okay, or you will get 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters per second. Are you getting it? Hi Rakesh Gowda. Yes, the last class I saw you was also in COMEDK. I'm good. Did you all get the answer, students? Students, all those of your friends who are writing exam 3, please send this to everybody. Ask them to solve numericals. In class itself, they can solve. Okay? So in another 2 hours, you will be done with 3 mark and 5 mark numericals. So send this video to all your friends and ask them to sit and solve. Okay? Yes. It won't go long, Rocker. I know you have an exam tomorrow. How to calculate powers? See, here the powers 10 raised to 28 into 10 raised to minus 19 into 10 raised to minus 7, isn't it? So you have to always calculate the numbers separately, powers separately. So this is nothing else but 10 raised to 28, 10 raised to 28 minus 19 minus 7. Okay? So when you multiply, a raised to m into a raised to n is a raised to m plus n. So 28, since it's 28 minus 19 minus 7, this would be 10 raised to 2, right? So this, okay, there's a small correction here. This is 10 raised to 2. Yeah. Harshita, are you getting 0.10? This would be 10 raised to 2. Are you getting it like that? 10 raised to 2. And then see, if you do 1.5 by 1.44, this would be 10 raised to 2. So this is also, there's a problem here. Hey, this is actually not wrong, okay? This is not wrong, this is correct only. When you do 9 into 1.6 into 1 you are getting 14.4, right? So when you do, you might get it as VD is equal to 1.5 by 14.4 into 10 raised to 2. Same thing. There's no mistake here. Are you getting it now, Harshita? There's some calculation. Are you getting 1.5 by 14.4? Because 1.5 by 14.4 should give you, this should give you 0.104 into 10 raised to minus 2, which is this answer is also fine. Are you get? Yeah. Okay. Then it's some calculation mistake only. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Chirag, don't worry. Chemistry Live is already scheduled. Go check the Vedantu Karnataka channel. Date and time will be there. Okay. Yeah. Next question. In a circuit, a 5 amp current flows for 6 seconds. If the resistance of the circuit is 8 ohm, calculate the number of electrons flowing and the amount of heat produced. So there is a circuit and current flowing through it is 5 amp for 6 seconds. So time is 6 seconds. Resistance is 8 ohms. Calculate the number of electrons flowing. Number of electrons flowing, how will you get it? So we know that charge Q is equal to it. Q is equal to IT. So from this, multiply what is I? 5 into 6. Can you see? Yeah. Can you see? Okay, yeah. 5 into 6 is 30. So 30 coulombs is your charge. Now, the total charge is 30 coulombs. Okay. So what is this 30 coulombs? The 30 coulombs is the number of electrons passing into the charge of one electron. Right? So the total charge on the wire is the number of electrons passing through the wire, which is N, into the charge of one electron. So from this, N is what? Q by E. Yes. And what is Q? We already got it as 30 divided by charge of one electron. I already told you, all of you should by heart. 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Okay. So you just have to do okay, now these powers, what you can do is you can take it to the numerator. So 30 into 1.6, this will go up. It will be 10 raised to plus 19. Okay. Now 30 also has a 0. So this I can write it as 3 into 10 raised to 20, the whole divided by 1.6. Okay. So if you just solve 3 by 1.6, you will get 1.875, which is the answer. I hope you're all getting it. You should get it because it's just mathematics. So these many electrons. Yes. Thank you, Shreyas. Thank you. Thank you. All of your comments, all of these mean a lot to me. Okay. Shreyas got very good marks in exam 2 by watching Vedantu Karnataka videos. Shreyas, can you let us know all of these, things like this? Students, can you come and comment under our videos? So it motivates other students and it motivates us when we, just scroll through the videos and see all your beautiful comments. It actually makes our day. Okay, so can you all comment under the video if, if something helped you or if the classes were good and all that. It'll, really mean a lot to all the teachers. Getting it? Getting it? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, not the next question, the next part. You also have to find out the amount of heat produced. Okay, so to find out the amount of heat produced, there is an equation. Heat is equal to I square RT. This is basically power into time. Power is I square R. So power into time. Now that is why resistance is given to you. So how do you do that? What is the value of current? How much was it? 5. So 5 square into what is the value of resistance? 8 ohms. 8 ohms into time was 6 seconds, right? 6. So you just multiply 25 into 8 into 6. You will get 1200 joules. Getting? Hi, Ammu. Hey, rocker. You are not dumb. You're a rock star, no? That's why you call yourself rocker. Hello, Praju. Hello, Praveen. Done? Shall I move on to the next question? Can I have some fire emojis if you're all done? Yes. Yes, Praveen is done. Have you really did you really do it? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Thank you, Rockstar. Okay. Yes, ray optics questions we will do. Don't worry. Okay, ray optics questions we'll do. Next question. A straight wire of mass 200 grams and length 1.5 meters carry a current of 2 amps. Okay. It is suspended in mid-air by a uniform horizontal magnetic field. B. The magnitude of B in Tesla is. Okay, whatever. Let's look at the question step by step. There is a wire. Okay. On the wire, there is a straight wire. Okay. And there is a mass 200 grams hanging on the wire. Okay. So there's a wire and a straight wire of mass 200 grams. The length of the wire is 1.5 meters and this wire carries 2 amps current. Okay. And then it is just suspended in air. Okay. By a uniform magnetic field. Okay. So it's just suspended in air and it is in the presence of a magnetic field. The value of magnetic field is also given to you. Alright. Yeah. So what will we do? We will find out the weight of the wire first. Yes. Mass is only given. Mass and weight are two different things. Okay, you all should know that. My mass and my weight is different. What is mass? Mass is whatever is there in my body, the blood cells, bones, muscles, all of that is mass. Weight is mass into gravity. Okay, so mass will always be the same. My mass on earth and my mass on the moon will be the same because it is the amount of substance in my body. But weight will change because of gravity. So whenever you read questions, always make sure to understand whether mass or weight is given. It's usually straightforward. It will be given weight 200 or mass, whatever. So since mass is given, step 1 is converting it into weight. So weight is mass into gravity, which is 200 into 9.8 or 10, which is 1.96 Newton. Alright? Yes, 1.96 Newton. Now, magnetic force experienced by the wire is what we have to find out. I told you there's a wire hanging in the presence of a magnetic field. So, the wire will experience a magnetic force. Right. So, how will you find out the magnetic force? F is equal to BIL. B-I-L. F is equal to BIL. So, from this, F is equal to, here it's written as ILB. BIL, the order does not matter. For me, to remember, I remember it as BIL. So, F is equal to BIL. So, okay. So, what is the relation between force and weight? See, we all know from Newton's law. What is Newton's law? F is equal to ma. Right? Now, if something is freely falling, it is falling down only because of gravity. So it accelerates down because of gravity only. So this equation can be modified as mg. When something is freely falling or freely suspended, F is equal to ma is the same as F is equal to mg because acceleration is because of acceleration due to gravity. Okay. So now you can see this is the same as weight, isn't it? So force and weight are both same. Both are mg when something is freely falling. So now here I can write this is equal to weight. Yeah. So now what I have the equation W is equal to Bill. Now you just have to do the substitution. I have to find out B. So the formula will be B is equal to W by IL. Rearranging. Now what is W? I found it out. 1.96. Current is 2 amps. Length is 1.5 meters. Do the math. You will get 0.5653. Someone has already solved it. I saw an answer. Who is that? Yes, Praveen has solved it. Very good, Praveen. Praveen has given me the answer long back. Any suggestions for tomorrow's physics exam? Sit and study, dear. That's the only thing I can do. Do numericals with me now. By the end of this class, you should finish numericals. Exam will be easy or difficult. How do I know how the exam will be? Huh? But let's just hope it will be easy. Okay, don't think it will be difficult. Don't be tense. Now you sit and study. Let's just hope it will be easy. All of you got this? Shall I move on to the next question? Just Brawl. The class is good. Please, if you feel like the class is good, send the link to all your friends. Tell them, watch this. This is more than enough for numericals. So let them also sit and solve with all of us. Okay? Yes. Super. Next question. So most of you were asking optics question. Here is the optics question. Okay. Optics question is very easy. But you should know sign convention. Alright. Let's look at it carefully. An object is placed at a distance of 40 centimeter from a concave mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. If the object is displaced through a distance of 20 centimeter towards the mirror, what will be the displacement of the image? Okay, first thing, let me draw the concave mirror. Okay, this is the concave mirror. I will draw a principal axis. Okay, concave mirror, principal axis. I have an object. It could be anything. You could also be standing there. Any object. It is placed at a distance of 40 centimeter from the mirror. It's given to you in the question. It's placed 40 centimeter in front of the mirror. The focal length is 15 centimeters. So the focal length is somewhere, it's 15. So it's somewhere in front of the object. So mathematically 15 centimeter, let's say it's here. So 15 centimeter, this is the focus. Okay. Now the question says that the object is displaced through a distance of 20 centimeter towards the mirror. What does that mean? Now, same mirror, but the object is now moved closer to the mirror. The object is at 20 centimeter. Focus is still 15 centimeter. Okay? Yes? So, what will be the displacement of the image? That is the question. See, in both the cases, there will be rays coming and there will be image formed. In both the cases, image will be formed. Right? So, the question is, because the object moved 20 centimeter close to the mirror, where did the image go? Okay? Yes? Question is clear to everybody? Yes? Those who want to take a screenshot can quickly take a screenshot. I'll just solve it now. Now, sign convention is very important for all questions related to ray diagram. Optics, okay? Students, so last class I've already taught you this, but those who haven't attended last class, I'll tell you once again. So let's say this is your axis, okay? All measurements are taken from the center of the mirror or center of the lens, which is called the pole, okay? So all measurements are taken from the mirror or the lens. Alright. Now, if the measurements are taken towards the left, it is always negative. If it is taken towards the right, it is positive. If it is measured upwards, it is positive. If it's measured downwards, it is negative. Okay? Yes? Yeah? Now, some books will say you can look at it with respect to the incident radiation, incident light coming. So, if light is coming in this direction, if it is along the direction of light, it's positive. If it's in the opposite direction of light, it's negative. Okay? All measurements are taken from the center of the mirror or the lens. Now, quickly tell me, will my object distance and focal length be positive or negative? Yes, quickly tell me. So, students, there's one more thing you need to know. I hope you all know that the distance between the center of the mirror to object is called object distance. It's represented by the alphabet U. Distance from image to the lens or mirror is called image distance. It's represented by V. Okay. So here, object distance is the distance from the center of the mirror to the object, which is 40 centimeter. But it will be minus 40 because it is taken towards the left. Now, this is U1. Here you have U2. U2 will be minus 20 centimeter as well. Now, F1 will be how much? Again, it's from the pole, from the center of the mirror, it is towards the left. So, it's going to be minus 15 centimeter. F2 is also going to be minus 15 centimeter. Okay? Now you have to use the very famous mirror formula. What is the mirror formula? 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Yes, that is the mirror formula. You have to be careful, students. If it's a lens, this formula will change. How will this formula change? Yeah, you should let me know quickly. We will do questions on that also. So mirror formula is 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. All of you remember that mirror formula has plus. Okay, now let's substitute. 1 by V is how much? Okay, we have to find out object image distance, which is 1 by V. So 1 by V will be 1 by F minus 1 by U is our formula. Yes, so let's substitute. 1 by V is how much? 1 by V is 1 by minus 15 minus 1 by minus 40. Yeah. If you do the math, you will get 1 by minus 1 by 24. So, V will be minus 24. Okay. Yes. Yes. No. This is just LCM. Cross multiply. Find out all the steps I've done here. Now, I have to find out the I will explain that. Yes, Praveen, I saw your answer. Okay. Very good. Your answer is correct. I saw that long back. I just didn't want to tell the answer to others. That's why. Good, good. Now I have to find out the image because of the new object, which is 20. Okay. I have to find out 1 by V2. So 1 by V2 is 1 by F2 minus 1 by U2. Which is how much? 1 by minus 15 minus 1 by minus 20. So when you do the math, you will get minus 60. So initially, when the object was 40 centimeter away from the mirror, the image was at 24 centimeter. Now, when the object moved closer to the mirror, when it moved 20 centimeter closer to the mirror, you can see that the image moved away from the mirror. The image is now at 60 centimeter. So the displacement, how much did the mirror move? The image move 60. There's minus 60 minus 24, which is 36 centimeter. Okay. Alright, you understand? See, initially image was here and then image moved here. So this distance is what you should find. This is the mirror. Okay, so this distance is, this much is 24, this is 60. So you subtract it, you get the answer. Is that clear? So if the focal length was positive, it would have been on this side of the mirror. If the focal length was here, If the focal length was on the other side, it would have been positive. Now, if it would have been positive, you would have taken it as positive. So, students, don't get confused. This is not part of the question. Just Browl asked me a doubt. What happens if the focal length is positive? If the focal length is positive, you take it as plus 15. That's all. Okay. Yes. Yes, minus sign indicates that image is moving away from the mirror. Very good, Praveen. Yes, is this clear? Shruti Ja, if you've seen all my videos, just seeing is not enough. You have to write and practice. Okay. So after this class, you take all the derivations, you write and practice them. Okay, just seeing the video won't help you remember. You have to write and practice. Okay? Yes. Yes, Harshita, I'll post the PDF. Don't worry. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, just Browl understood. Very good. So students, now see for optics, imagine you have a lens, okay, and you have a focal length here. This is towards the right, so this will be positive. Focal length is here, this will be negative. Okay, this is for lenses. Okay, if it's in the front of the mirror or a lens, it's negative. If it's behind, it's positive. Alright, so right now our image, both the images are negative, which means both the images are formed on this side. Okay? Yeah. I want you to understand the concept. See, optics problems are very easy, but you should understand if it's positive or negative. That's the only challenge there. Otherwise, it's easy. Okay, let's move on. Two nuclei have mass numbers in the ratio 8:125. Okay, so mass numbers ratio is 8:125. What is the ratio of their nuclear radii? So you have to find out the ratio of R1:R2. The radius of the first one is to the radius of the second one. So the formula relating radius and mass number is what? R is equal to R0a⁻1/3 is the formula relating radius and mass number. Yes? Okay. Now, the mass numbers are given. What are the mass numbers? The first mass number is 8. The second mass number is 125. Now, what I will do? I will just substitute. See, R0 is a constant. Okay. Let me write it down. So, R1 is equal to R0a1⁻1/3 and R2 is equal to R0a2⁻1/3. Yes. So I will divide these two. Yeah. When I divide these two, R0 is a constant, so it just cancels out. So you will get R1/R2 is equal to A1/A2. I will just write the whole raised to 1/3. It's the same, no? A1⁻1/3 divided by A2⁻1/3 and A1/A2 the whole raised to 1/3, both are the same. Now you just have to substitute the values. What is A1? It's 8. How much is A2? It's 125. So 8 divided by 125, the whole raised to 1/3 is 2/5. So R1 raised to R2 will be 2:5. Are you all getting this? Yes? No? Students, can you put some fire in the chat if you are all getting this? Yes, Praveen, 2:25. Others also give me answers. Praveen is the only one giving me answers. Hi, Suchitra. All of you, please quickly send this link to all your class groups. Tell all your friends to solve. We've just done. We're almost done with. Yeah, we are done with 3 markers. We're going to start with 5 markers. So all of you send this to everybody, all your friends. Tell them 5-mark numericals is going to start in 1 minute. Quickly come join. Which question, Praju, do you want me to explain again? The optics question. Is it the optics question? See, Praju, it's very easy. The question is, there is a mirror, okay? This mirror, there's an axis, okay? So 40 centimeter in front of the mirror, I have an object, okay? The focal length of the mirror is 15 centimeter. This is F, this is object. So this 40 centimeter is your U. I have to find out where the image is going to be formed. So ideally the image will be formed somewhere here, but I have to find that out. Okay? Image where? Now, in the question itself, they say that this same lens, same focal length, but the object is now shifted to 20 centimeter. The object is now at a height distance of 20 centimeter only. So the question is, now where is the image? Okay, and by how much the image moved. You can see in both the figures, the image is at two different positions. By how much the image moved. That's the question. You have to use the mirror formula. 1 by V plus 1 by U is 1 by F. Okay. And when you substitute the values, any value that you take towards the left side of the lens or the mirror should be taken as negative. So 15 will be negative, 40 will be negative, 20 will also be negative. If the measurements were towards the right, it would have been positive. That's all. Okay. Is that clear, Praju? See, if you still have a doubt, I think I've explained it clearly. What you can do is you can watch the recording slowly, okay? Slowly, pause and watch it. You will get it. Okay? Yeah. Let's move on to the next question. From now, we're solving 5-mark questions, okay? All of you, we are solving 5-mark questions. Yes? 5 marks. Okay. A 800 picofarad capacitor is charged by a 100-volt battery. Okay. So there is a capacitor. This capacitor is 800 picofarad. This is connected to a 100-volt battery. Okay. After some time, the battery is disconnected. Okay. Then what happens? There is no battery. Battery is disconnected. The capacitor is there, but the battery is disconnected. Then what happens? Then the capacitor is connected to another uncharged 800 picofarad capacitor. Okay. And then the capacitor is connected to another 800 picofarad capacitor. So this is what the question says. What is the electrostatic energy stored in the system after the connection? Okay. So first, you connected 800 picofarad capacitor to a 100-volt battery. Then you remove the battery. You connect another uncharged 800 picofarad capacitor. So this is not charged. Now, question is the total energy stored in the whole system, which means in the two capacitors together, the total energy stored. Okay. So this could be, okay. Let's do it. Yes, Praju, I'll post the PDF in the Vedantu Karnataka Telegram channel. Immediately after class, I will just send it just like I send the notes for the last few classes. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. So what is the value? What all things are given to you? First thing, capacitance is given to you. Capacitance is 800 picofarad, which is 800 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad. Okay. Capacitance is 800 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad. Now, voltage is also given. So, let's find out the initial U. Okay. So, U is what? Half CV square, which is half into 800 into voltage. 800 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100 square. Voltage square, you will get 4 into 10 raised to minus 6 joules. Okay. So this is initially. So initially for figure 1. Okay. This is for figure 1. There is a battery. There is a capacitor. So the total U is 4 into energy. Okay. U is energy. The total energy is 4 into 10 raised to minus 6 joules. Now, the total charge. See, what are the 3 properties of charge that you have learned? In all my classes, I have taught you this. Charge is conserved, which means the total charge will always be the same. So, the total charge will be, it's C into V. Okay. So, 800 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 800, which is 8 into 10 raised to minus 8 is the total charge. Alright. Now, I have the total energy initially. Total charge also I have. Okay. Hi, Madhu. Now, I have to find out the total capacitance. Okay. Now, what are I have 2 capacitors which are 800 picofarad. So, the total capacitance is 800 plus 800, which is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 9 farad. Yeah. 800 plus 800 is 1600. 1600 into 10 raised to minus 12 is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 9 farad. Now, I have to find out the voltage across both. Okay. Yeah, why do I have to find out the voltage across both? Because my task is to find out the energy in the last figure. I have 2 capacitors. I have to find out the total energy. Now, the only formula relating energy, capacitance and voltage that I know is U is equal to half CV square. Okay. So, I should have my C, I should have V. Now, C I have. What is C? 800 picofarad plus 800 picofarad. I have my C. I have to find out V also. How will I find out V? I will use the formula V is equal to Q by C. The same formula I will rearrange. Okay. V is equal to Q by C. So total charge is going to be the same in all 3 circuits. Figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, total charge is going to be the same because charge is conserved. Total capacitance in the final figure is 800 plus 800. So I will divide that to, I will get my voltage as 50. Now it's very easy. You just have to find energy. What is the formula of energy? Half CV square. What is C? 800 plus 800, whatever you got. What is V? 50 volts. Yeah. Now if you do the math, you will get the answer. So half CV square, which is half into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 9 into 50 square. The final answer will be 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 joules. Yes. Yes, students, tomorrow you have an exam, okay? And I can see there are 21 students in class. So, if at least 20 of them are studying, that one person does not have the right to disturb them. Alright? So, today, no spam comments. Let's study. Because tomorrow is the exam. Yeah? I usually don't say all this, but because tomorrow is the exam, let's study. Because if somebody asks a doubt, then I miss it. Okay? Yes. Yes, Rohit Rathod, very good. It's 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. Students, if you understand this problem, it's not complicated. So first, you have a capacitor, you have a battery. And then you remove the battery, you put another capacitor. You have to find out the total energy in the final, third figure. Okay, so you find out the energy in the first figure. Then you find out the charge, which is going to be same in all 3. Then you find out the total capacitance, total voltage, find out the total energy. Is this clear to all of you? Can you let me know? Okay, you can't see did you see the final answer now? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, no. Can you all put some fire emojis in the chat if this is clear to you? Okay, black space has said yes, ma'am. If one person says yes, I believe everybody else is a yes. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Two charges Q1, which is 5 into 10 raised to minus 8, and Q2, which is 3 minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8. Okay, this is Q1, this is Q2. They are both located 16 centimeters apart. Okay, at what points on the line joining the two charges is the electric potential 0? Okay, so the question is at some points, okay, on this, so at some points between the two charges, the electric potential is 0, which means V is 0. Okay, electric potential is V. I will write it as V only. At some points, V is 0. You have to find out at what all points V is 0. Do you understand? Yes, there are two charges. These charges are separated by a distance of 16 centimeters. Okay, at some points in between these charges, the potential is 0. Find out those points. So, obviously, to find out where potential is 0, you need the formula for potential. So, step 1, formula for potential, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Yes. Now, I will find out the potential V1 because of Q1. How much will that be? Okay. Let me draw one more figure for you. So, I'm going to assume that this is Q1, this is Q2. The total is 16 centimeter. I'm going to assume that this is the point. Okay? I'm going to assume that this is the point where the potential is 0. So, that distance is x. Okay? So, the rest will be 16 minus x. Okay? So, I'm just putting a random point and saying that this is the point and it is at a distance x. So, the rest will be 16 minus x. Basic, common sense. So, now find out V. V will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Instead of that, I can just write it as 9 into 10 raised to 9 into what is the charge? Q1 is 5 into 10 raised to minus 8. The whole divided by the distance. What is the distance from that point to the charge? The distance is x. Okay. Now, the potential V2 because of Q2 will be again 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8, which is the charge, divided by the distance 16 minus x. Okay. So, you have these two. I've already written it here. That's why I'm not going to write it again. So, you have these two. Now, you just have to find out the total potential. Let's put this point as P. The total potential at point P is going to be what all? V1 plus V2. So, you add this plus this. So, it's going to be 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 5 into 10 raised to minus 8 by x plus 9 into 10 raised to 9 into minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8 divided by 16 is in centimeter. Very careful. 0.16 minus x. You have to convert it. Okay. So, you have to convert 16 into 0.16. Now, what you can do, since this is equal to 0, I can take the common terms out and cancel it off. Isn't it? Some of you might be wondering how. So, what I will do, okay, I'll write it here. So, I'll take all the common terms out. 9 into 10 raised to 9 is the only common term. Okay, yeah, sorry. So, it's 5 into 10 raised to minus 8 by x plus minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8, the whole divided by 0.16 minus x. So, this 10 raised to minus 8 is also common. So, that also I'll take it outside. 10 raised to minus 8 is also common. So, that also I can take outside. Yeah. So, this whole thing, I will take it to this side. It's a 0, so it will just cancel off. This whole thing can cancel off because it is 0 on the other side. Now, what do I have? I have this 5 by x minus 3 by 0.16 minus x, which is 0. Yes. See, okay. Now, I'm going to tell you why 0 here? Because at point P, the total potential is 0. That's the question. You have to find the point P between the two charges where the total potential is 0. So V1 plus V2 should be 0. Okay. So now what you do? You take this to the other side. So this would be, So this would be 5 by x is equal to 3 divided by 0.16 minus x. Now you cross multiply. 5 into 0.16 minus x is equal to 3x. Open the brackets. 5 into 0.16 should be 0.8x. 0.8x minus 5x is equal to 3x. So no x here, right? 0.8 is 0.8. So 0.8 should be equal to 5, 6, 7, 8x. 8x. So x should be 0.8 by 8, which is 0.1 meters. 0.1 meters. Yeah. So the electric potential will be 0 at point P, joining the two charges. Okay. The question is not over. Now I know that x is how much? 0.1 meters. So now I can modify this figure. I can write this as 0.1 meters. This is 0.16 minus 0.1. Yes, 16 centimeter will be 0.16. So now I have this figure. Now quickly you just have to find out V1 and V2. Substitute in the main equations, find out V1 and V2. Yes, so here this will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 5 into 10 raised to minus 8 divided by 0.16 plus x. Wait. No, you don't have to find out the voltage, right? The question is to only find out the point. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this much is it clear to all of you? Now, see, you might be wondering, what if P is, x distance from Q2 and 16 minus x from Q1? Because I chose a random point P, isn't it? So, did you all understand till 0.1 meter? Now, the second part is that the electrical potential will also be 0 at a point P1 external to the line joining the two charges. Okay, so it could also be that this is Q1, this is Q2. Okay, and this whole thing is 0.16. So point P could be somewhere here also. Yeah, point P could be anywhere between them. So point P could be here also. So with respect to Q1, and let's say this distance is x. Okay, let's look at the question here. The question says that at what points on the line joining the two charges is the electric potential 0? It just says that the points have to be on the line. It does not say that it has to be between them. So first I just put a point between. I got it. I got a value. Now I take a point P outside. Okay. So students, this is a 5 marker. So you have to do both. So first you take a point P inside the two charges where potential could be 0. Then I take a point P outside the two charges where the point could be 0. Then I do the same steps. So V1 because of Q1 will be what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. 5 into 10 raised to minus 8. Here this will be 0.16 plus x. Because from Q1 all the way till P it's going to be 0.16 plus x. Now V2 will be what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8. The whole divided by Q2 to P. What is the distance? X. Okay. And then V1 plus V2 should be 0. At point P the potential should be 0. You add it. You equate it. Same steps you will get 24 centimeter. Okay. Yes. No. Did you understand the question, students? See, I just can't see your faces. No, so I don't know if you're understanding or not. So please let me know in the chats, okay? The question is there are two charges Q1 and Q2. They're separated by a distance of 0.16 meters. You have to find points on the same line where potential is 0. So first I find out a point P here where potential could be 0. Then I take a point P here where the potential could be 0. Okay. So initially for the first point I will take this as X. For the second one I will take this as X. And I will just find out the voltage. Find out potential because of Q1 and Q2. Add them for both the cases. That's all. Black space says it's clear. Others, can I have two more responses? So I will share this PDF to all those who are stuck somewhere. Yeah, I will share this PDF. Okay. Shouldn't we also find it on the left of Q1? That's going to be the same. See, even if it's on the left of Q1, what will it be? Q1 will be X, Q2 will be 0.16. It's not going to there's not going to be a difference. You just have to find one point between the charges, one point on either sides. Okay? Okay. All right. Thank you, Johan. All right. Next question. A parallel plate capacitor has air between its plates. Okay. So you have a parallel plate capacitor and it has air between the plates. Each plate has an area of 6 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters square. So area of the plate is 6 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters square. Okay. The distance between the plates is 3 mm. The distance between the plates is 3 mm. So 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. Okay. Calculate the capacitance of the capacitor. It's a very simple question. How do I calculate the capacitance of a capacitor? Capacitance C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 into area is 6 into 10 raised to minus 3. The whole divided by distance is 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. Now you just have to do the math. I already taught you how to solve the powers. So you take 10 raised to minus 12 plus minus 3. Then 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 is in the denominator. So that 10 raised to minus 3 when it comes up, it will be plus 3. So this will cancel. The power will be 10 raised to minus 12. And then you multiply and divide the rest of the numbers. 8.85 into 6 divided by 3. Yes, are you all getting 17.7 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad or 17.7 picofarad? Yeah, getting it? Okay, now there's one more part to the question. If the capacitor is connected to a 100 volt supply, calculate the charge stored on each plate. So now this capacitor is connected to 100 volts. I have to find out the charge Q on both the plates. Again, very easy. What is the formula? Q is equal to C into V. I know C, I know V is 100. I just multiply. So this is 17.7 into 10 raised to minus 12 is my capacitance into 100. So it's going to be 1.77 into 10 raised to minus 9, which is 1.77 nanocoulombs. Hopefully, Shruti, all of these are previous, papers. For exam 2, I did similar numericals and it really helped those students. So I hope this time also it will help you all. I just hope and pray. But these are all from your NCRT. Okay. Okay. Yes. Is it clear? Did you all get the answer? Can I have some fire emojis in the chat if you're getting the answers? Yes? No? I can't see your face and make out, right? So please, students, please let me know if you're understanding or not. You're welcome, Black Space. This is my job as a teacher. Right? This is the least I can do for all of you. Yes, Dia, you've been calling me for a long time. What happened? So students, please do like the video, subscribe and share it to all of your friends, okay? Yeah, that will help us a lot. And after the class, please let me know in the comments as well how the class was. Not in the live chat, in the comments, because I want to see it. If fire emojis are hard, you can put some emoji. Okay. Sorry for wasting your time. Next question. A copper wire has a diameter of 0.5 mm. Okay. So there is a copper wire. Okay. The copper wire has a diameter of 0.5 mm. Alright. The resistivity. What is the symbol for resistivity? Rho. Resistivity of the wire is given as 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meters. This much is given to you in the question. Here. What will be the length of the wire to make its resistance 10 ohms? Okay. So what should the length be such that R is 10 ohms? Okay. That is the question. What should the length of the wire be such that the resistance becomes 10 ohms? So, there's one more part of the question. How much does the resistance change if the diameter is doubled? Okay, so initial diameter is 0.5. So, if 0.5 is doubled, what is the change in resistance? Okay. Rockstar, that's enough. Okay, Rockstar is burning the whole chat with fire emojis. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So this is the two parts of the question. Okay. So students, understanding the question is very important. That's why I'm taking time to explain. See, mathematically explaining the question anybody can do. It's just, I'll tell you this is the equation, you substitute, you get the answer. You will not get the same question in your exam, right? So when you get a similar question, only if you have understood the concept, you will be able to do it. That's why I'm explaining the question like this. Okay, so there's a copper wire. The copper wire has a diameter. It has a resistivity. We have to find out what the length of the wire should be such that resistance is 10 ohms. Okay, let's do that part first. Hi, head expert. Okay, so first thing, let's find out the area of the wire. Okay, so the formula for area is what? Pi r square, but only diameter is given. So it becomes pi d square, d by 2 square. Yes, I'll take a different color. Let's take green. Okay, so area will be pi into diameter by 2, which is radius, pi r square. Okay, so pi into 0.5 mm should be converted into meters. So 0.00, how many? You find out and do it. You will get 1.9635 into 10 raised to minus 7 meters square. Okay, so that's how I get the area. Now some of you are asking me, ma'am, why did I find area? Because what is given to you, dear? Resistivity is given and you need to find out length. Now, the only formula I know connecting resistivity and length and resistance is R is equal to rho L by A. That's the only formula I know. Yeah? At least in PU, that's the only formula you will also know. Isn't it? So, R is equal to rho L by A. Rho is given to me in the question. Area I found out by pi d square. Resistance should be how much? 10. Now I can easily find L. What will L be? L should be AR by rho. That's all. That's all. So quickly find out L. Hi, head expert. First PU. Hey, rocker, you shouldn't be rude to anybody in class. Head expert, you should watch all videos. Okay, this year we'll have a lot of videos for first PU and second PU. Okay, so till your second PU final exam for COMEDK, KCET, for normal chapters, for everything, you should watch Vedantu Karnataka. Okay. Send this channel to all your friends and tell them this is a wonderful channel. Ask them to subscribe. Some of you might be thinking, ma'am is full doing self-promotion, no? Did you all get the answer? Did you all get the answer? You will all get L to be 122.34. Sure, Lakshmi, we can help you with anything, okay? So, not in the live chat, under the video, please go and comment. Alright, whatever classes you need, you comment under any of my videos, you comment under it. Because in the chat, once the class is over, then I'll not be able to see it. I might, forget about it. So many things are there, no, to do. So, comment under the videos and then we'll do classes. Okay, getting? So, now I have my length, which is 122.34. Next question. How much does the resistance change if the diameter is doubled? Okay. So again, I will take the same equation. R is equal to rho L by A. So by how much does the resistance change if the diameter is doubled? Okay. So when the diameter is doubled, what happens? Area is what? D by 2 square. Now, if diameter is doubled, what will it become? It will become 2D. Yeah. So, it will become 2D by 2 square, which is 4D square by 2 into pi, which is basically 4 into D square by 2 pi. Can you see because of my head? Yeah, now can you see? Yes. So, see, generally area is pi d by 2 square. Now, when d is 2d, when d is doubled, it will become pi 2d square by 2, which is 4d square pi by 2. I take the 4 outside, so it is d square by pi. So, isn't this equal to 4a? D square, here, bracket is outside. I'm sorry, that is my bracket. So I will get, what is happening? Students, so I will get pi, 4 I'll take outside, d square by 2. I mean d by 2 square. So pi d square by d by 2 the whole square is a. So this becomes 4a. Okay. So it is 4a. So what happens when the diameter is doubled? Area becomes 4a. Clear to everybody? Now what is the relation? R is equal to rho L by A, which means R is inversely proportional to A. Isn't it? So R will be inversely proportional to 1 by A. Okay. So R dash. What will R dash be? Whatever resistance you already got divided by 4 will give you the new resistance. Isn't it? Because A will become, see, R dash will be proportional to 1 by 4A. Now this 1 by A is what? R. Are you understanding this, students? Yes. So R dash will be R by 4. Now what is the value of R? 10. So 10. What is the value of R? 10. 10 by 4. So you will get the answer as 2.5. Hi Sridhara. I will give you 1 minute. I will not give you 1 minute, but you can watch the video, taking your time and understand this. Is this clear? Clear, 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 not clear? Any doubts? Okay. Black space is the only person who is responding. I'll expect a comment from black space after my class, okay? In the comment section, how the class was. Others also. All of you should comment. You should make the comment box full and my heart full. Okay. Next question. Again, optics question. All those who are confused and all those who are scared of optics problems. Optics 5 marker is here. Full attention. An object of size 3 centimeter is placed 14 centimeter in front of a concave lens with a focal length of 21 centimeter. Describe the image produced by the lens. What happens if the object is moved further away from the lens? So, to understand these questions, it's best if you can draw a diagram. So, let me also do that. I'll just erase this pink box so I get space for a diagram. Yeah. So, it's a concave lens. Students, one shortcut to remember that a concave lens will be like this. Oh, it's a concave lens. Okay. Okay, now whatever it is, let's just put a line. Okay, I know I'm pathetic at drawing. All my regular students would also know that. Yeah. An object of size 3 centimeter. So, this is the object. The height of the object is 3 centimeter. Okay. It is placed 14 centimeter in front of the lens. So, this distance is 14 centimeter with a focal length of 21 centimeter. Okay. So, focus is here. This is 21 centimeter. Describe the image produced by the lens. Okay. So, how is the image produced? We will find out. What happens if the object is moved away from the lens? Which means what happens if the object is moved away? So, if the object becomes here or here or here, what happens is the question. Okay, object could be moved away anywhere. Right now, we don't know. Only after we solve the question, we know. So, with the information from the question, this much you know. Okay, now, I told you earlier, the previous question we solved, we used mirror formula. What was the formula? 1 by V plus 1 by U is 1 by F. Now we are going to use lens formula because here we are talking about a lens. So what is the difference between mirror formula and lens formula? Lens formula is 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Okay. What was the mirror formula? 1 by F is equal to 1 by V plus 1 by U. Alright? Yes. Now let's write down all that we have. Okay, you have to tell me if it's going to be positive or negative. So obviously it's all towards the left side of the mirror. So F is going to be minus 21. U is going to be minus 14. Height is going to be positive or negative. Huh? Yes. If something is measured from the top to the top, it's positive. If it was towards the bottom like this, then it would have been negative. Okay? Yeah. So let's substitute all of this in our formula. So instead of F, it becomes F and U. So instead of F, it becomes minus 21. Instead of u, it becomes minus 14, and then you cross multiply. You will get 1 by minus 21 is 1 by v plus 14. Minus minus will become plus. So 1 by v is 1 by minus 21 minus 1 by 14. So v is minus 8.4 centimeters. Okay. Yes. Are you all getting v as minus 8.4? So the image is going to be somewhere here. Minus 8.4 means obviously in front of the lens. So that's where the image will be. Isn't it? Yes. So what all can we say from this? We can say that the image is on the same side as of the lens. That means it's going to be a virtual image. Okay. It's going to be upright and it's going to be smaller. Okay. So students, that you can learn. See, there are conditions for, when the object is here, the image, what happens to the image, how is the image and all that. Here, the object is between focal length and the lens. If the object is between focus and lens, for this you will get virtual, upright and small image. Okay. Now there's one more part of the question. What happens if the object is moved away from the lens? So what happens? If the object is moved further away, what will happen? U will become more negative. As the object is moved away from the lens, image will always move closer to the lens. Okay, that's always like that. Whenever object moves away from the lens, image will always move closer to the lens. It will always be virtual, upright and diminished. Okay? Yes, is this question clear? Can you let me know in the chat quickly? Hi Uday, I'm good. How are you? Uday is a regular visitor. He comes to all of my classes. Just Brown, I know you are also present from the beginning. Okay, I know. I've been seeing your messages also. Okay, this is clear. Ma'am, second question, B2 is 6 centimeter. Second question, I have to check which was the second question. I don't remember all the question numbers. Okay. This is clear. Okay, next question. I'm doing questions from different topics, okay, and I'm explaining it such that if you might get similar questions. Hopefully, yeah, because this is exam 3, you never know. For this work for exam 1 and 2, exam 3, let's see. It has to work. Okay, a galvanometer having a resistance of 50 ohms requires a current of 10 milliamps to give full scale deflection. Okay. How much resistance is required to convert it? Okay. How much resistance is required to convert it into an ammeter with a range of 10 amps? Additionally, a galvanometer coil of 50 ohm resistance shows full scale deflection for a current of 5 milliamps. How will you convert this galvanometer into voltmeter with a range of 0 to 15 volts? Rohit Rathod has already given me the answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's write down what all are given. The resistance of the galvanometer, I'll just put it as G. Okay, the resistance of the galvanometer is 50 ohms, and this requires a current of 10 milliamps to give a deflection. Now, how much resistance is required for it to be converted into an ammeter? Okay, let's solve that part first. Okay. So, first thing, all of you know, all of you should know. Okay, if you don't know, you should know now. To convert a galvanometer into an ammeter, you have to have a resistance connected in parallel. Isn't it? You have to have a resistance connected in parallel, and the formula is S is equal to GI divided by I minus IG. This formula, how it came very clearly, I have explained in my previous both videos. Okay, especially in my last class, 2 marker, 3 marker, 5 marker, in that video I have explained this very clearly. So now you just have to substitute. What is G? G is the resistance. 50 into current is 100 into 10 raised to minus 6. 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 10 amps. The ammeter should have a range of 10 amps. So 10 minus 100 into 10 raised to minus 6. What else is given? Okay, students, are you all getting the answer? Yes, no, yeah. So, see, this is 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 50, the whole divided by 10 minus 100 into 10 raised to minus 6. And then there's one more part to the question, right? There's one more part to the question. How will you convert this galvanometer into a voltmeter? Okay. So to convert a galvanometer to voltmeter, you have to what do you have to do? Yeah, you have to convert resistance in series. To convert galvanometer to voltmeter, you have to connect a resistance in series. So what will the formula be? This also I've explained in the last class. 15 is what it's there in the question, no voltage. So V is equal to IR, right? So voltage is 15. 15 is equal to current. Current is 5 into, there's a small typing mistake here, okay? I need to correct it. 5 into 10 raised to, how much would it be? Yes, it should be 10 into 10 raised to minus 6. Yes, you're right, blank space. So the answer will be 5 into 10 raised to minus 3, right? 10 into 10 raised to minus 6. Yeah. So 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 times the resistances. The resistance of the galvanometer and the resistor. So I will just put it as A plus S or G plus S. Okay. And then if you do the math, you should get 2950. Yes, no. Okay. So first the question asks you to convert galvanometer to ammeter. Then the question asks you to convert galvanometer to voltmeter. Okay. I hope you're all working it out. Okay. Let's look at the next question. A current loop of sides 25 centimeter and 10 centimeter carrying a current of 15 amps is placed with its longer side parallel to a long straight conductor 2 centimeter apart, carrying a current of 25 amps. What is the net force on the loop? Okay, so let's look at the question more, properly. So a rectangular loop, okay, each side of the loop is 25 centimeter. Okay, so the loop has sides 25 centimeter and this side is 10 centimeter. Okay, this side is 25, this side is 10 centimeter. Carrying a current of 15 amps. Okay, this loop, it carries a current of 15 amps. Is placed 15 amps is placed with its longer side parallel to a straight conductor. Obviously, the longer side is which one? The 25 centimeter side. 25 centimeter side is placed near a straight conductor. And the distance between the triangle and the conductor is 2 centimeters. Okay. Now, the conductor carries a current of 25 amps. The question is, what is the force on the loop? Okay. So you have a loop, you have current on the loop, you have another conductor next to the loop. So because of this conductor, the loop will experience a force. The question is, what is the force on the loop? Okay. Yes. Is the question clear? Okay, let's move on. Let's solve it. So you can see here. Okay, I wanted to show you both together. Let me make it small. Okay. Can you see? Okay. See. PQ. Okay. The side PQ. This side PQ is 25 centimeter. That's given to us in the question. PQ is 25 centimeter, which is 0.25 meters. And this is the same as RS as well. And now the other side, which is it QR, is the same as PS. It is equal to 10 centimeter, which is 0.10 meters. This much is given to you. Now, the distance for between this distance, okay, between the other end of the loop till the conductor, that distance, I will take it as R2, it's equal to 12 centimeters. And R1 is 2 centimeters. What is R1 and R2? The distance between the two sides of the square till the conductor. Okay. Now, you've already learned formula for parallel wires. What is the formula? F is equal to mu 0 I of wire into I of loop into the length L whole divided by 2 pi R. Okay, mu 0 I1 I2 divided I2L divided by 2 pi R. Now you just have to substitute the values. What is mu 0? So 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into 15. 15 is the current in the wire in the loop. Into 25 is the current on the wire. 0.25 is the length of the wire, conducting wire, divided by 2 pi R. R is 0.02. So you will get 9.375 into 10 raised to 4. Okay? Yes. Yes. No. You understand this? So there are two wires. This wire is part of a loop. Okay? So the current in this loop is 15. The current here is 25. The distance between them, this is 2. And then you just substitute everything in the formula. Okay, Black Space has said it's clear. What about the others? Just Brown also said it's clear. Okay. Next question. Yeah, let me take a green pen. An electron electron beam passes through, let me see, yeah, I have, okay. An electron beam passes through a magnetic field of 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 Weber per meter square and an electric field of 1 into 10 raised to 4 volts per meter, both acting simultaneously. The path of the electron remains undeviated. Find the speed of the electron if the electric field is removed and the radius of the electron's path when the electric field is absent. Okay. Okay. Yeah. How will we do it? Hi ma'am, ಊಟ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಊಟ ಆಯ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. I'm teaching, no? How will I eat between teaching? Did you eat Uday Gowda? Okay. So what is happening here? There is an electron beam. Okay. This is passing through a magnetic field and an electric field, both together. So electron beam is passing through an electric and a magnetic field. So electron is not deviated because of these two. Okay. So you have to find out the speed of the electron if the electric field is removed and the radius of the electron when the electric field is absent. I hope you understand the question. Electrons are coming, there's an electric field, there's a magnetic field, but the electron is undeviated. Now imagine the electric field is not there. At what speed does the electron move? Okay. So formula relating speed, electric field and magnetic field is V is equal to E by B. The value of electric field is given. How much is it? 1 into 10 raised to 4. Magnetic field is 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. So it becomes 5 into 10 raised to 6. That's the first part. The speed of the electron if the electric field is removed. Now, next is the radius of the electron when the electric field is absent. What is the formula for radius? R is equal to mv divided by E into B. What is mass? Mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. Velocity is already you found it out, 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by electron. The charge of an electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 into magnetic field is how much? 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. So you will get the radius of the electron's path is 1.42. Direct substitution. Okay. Are you all getting it? I'll give you 1 minute to quickly solve it and let me know if you're getting the answer. I am good, Uday Gowda. How are you? Students, all those who are worried about this exam, no, it's an exam. Obviously, you will be worried, but don't waste your time worrying. Okay. You only have 1 more night. Relax and study whatever you can. Sleep properly. Go write your exam well. Alright. You can all do it. Yes. After exam, I want all of you to come under these videos and comment on how the exam was. Hi Sanjana Shetty. Quickly, can someone let me know if this is clear? If this is clear, we can move on to the next question. Quickly. I am waiting. I'll leave you all before 9 o'clock, okay? So you can all eat and sleep and, with full josh, go for tomorrow's exam. Okay, it's clear for just Brawl. Black space also is clear. Others. Where are my other students? Okay. Again, next optics question. Ammu also says it's clear. Okay. Thank you, Ammu. Thank you, just Brawl and Black space as well. Sunita, you're saying only hi to Sagar. What about me? Okay, next question. two thin convex lenses of focal length 20 centimeter and 30 centimeter kept in contact. Okay, so you have two lenses 20 and 30, they are kept in contact. We have to find out the equivalent focal length. So you basically have to do 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. Okay, but the focal lengths are given. It's 20 centimeter and 30 centimeter. So you just have to add them. Okay, so students, now you should know if it's positive or negative. How will you know that? That you should know, okay? Because depending on the sign convention is very important. So this is a convex lens, right? Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a convex lens. So if it's a convex lens, okay, the object will be here. From here, the rays will come. It will meet, and the image will be somewhere here. Okay, all of that is fine. The focus will be here. Okay, so for a convex lens, the focus will be here. That is why both of these are taken as positive. Okay, so 1 by f is 8.33, f is 1 by 8.33, which is 0.12 meters. Okay, some of you might be wondering for concave how it is. For concave, this is not part of the question, this is extra information. For concave, the focus is here. Okay, so this will be the object. From here, it will go hit, and then it will just diverge. The ray is extended backwards onto focus. So that is something you can all keep in mind. For convex, focus is always positive. For concave, focus is always negative. This is in the case of which one? Lenses. Okay. Now the some more part to the question. We found out the equivalent focal length. We have to find out the power. What is power? Very easy. 1 by f. So 1 by 0.20 and 1 by 0.30. So you will get both the powers individually. The total power will be 1 by 0.12. Okay? Yes? So whenever you take focal length, it should be in meters. So you find out the individual powers P1 and P2. You find out the combined power also because you know the combined focal length. Now there's one more part to the question. A double convex lens is to be made from glass of refractive index 1.55. Both surfaces have the same radius of curvature. What should be the radius of curvature if the focal length is 20 centimeter? Oh my god. Okay, it's not that complicated. You have a double convex lens, okay, and it's made out of refractive index 1.55. Both the surfaces have the same radius of curvature, and the focal length is 20 centimeter. We have to find out the radius of curvature, which is r. Okay, so we have to find out r. So the formula relating that, we know it is 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay. Yes. So if this is a lens, okay. What lens is this? Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Now the question says it's a double convex lens. So it's a can you see because of my head? Okay, I will draw it here. Okay, it's a double convex lens, so it's like this. So with respect to this surface, this is going to be the radius of curvature. Now, with respect to this surface, This is the radius of curvature. So this is R1, this is R2. What is radius of curvature, students? Radius of curvature is when you have a lens and this lens is part of a sphere, right? So this lens is part of a full sphere. So the radius of that sphere is the radius of curvature. So now these two lenses, I've drawn it to be part of two spheres. Okay, so this is surface 1, this is surface 2. So the radius of curvature because of surface 1 is R1, the radius of curvature because of surface 2 is R2. Now you tell me which one is positive, which one is negative. Yes, very good. R1 will be plus R and R2 will be minus R. That is very important. Okay. Yes. Okay. So R1 is plus R, R2 is minus R. Then you just have to simply substitute it in the formula. Instead of R1 and R2, substitute this. Mu is also given. You find out 1 by F. 1 by F is also given. 1 by F is 1 by 20. Because the question says, find out the radius of curvature when focus is 20. So 1 by F is 1 by 20. Quickly solve it and let me know if it's clear. The only challenging part is you should know which is positive, which is negative. I've shown that clearly to you now, how to know which is positive and which is negative. Yes? And those of you are still wondering if this is the lens. Okay? This is part of a sphere. This is the center of the sphere. So this is radius of curvature. Now if this is the lens, then it's part of a sphere like this, then this is radius of curvature. Now C, center of curvature is the center of the sphere. Okay, so if this is clear to you, can you let me know in the chats quickly? Clear or not clear? Uday and Amu, sit and solve and tell me if it's clear or not clear. Namit, did you get this question? Okay. Every time my black space in Just Brawl comes and tells me. Do I have? Okay, I have 2 more questions. Only 2 more questions. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is from Prism. Okay, so we've done questions from almost all portions. Okay, this is from Prism. The angle, not from exact, I don't think from every portion, but almost. The angle of minimum deviation of a prism of angle for a prism of angle A is 60 degree. Is dm is equal to 40 degree. Find the refractive index of the material of the prism. Okay. So if you have a prism, this is the angle of the prism. Okay. And the angle of the prism is angle A. Now we already know that the formula for refractive index of a prism is sin A plus dm by 2 is sin A by 2. Okay. Angle of the prism is given as 60 and the angle of minimum deviation dm is given as 40. I don't even have to do this. It's direct substitution. So what is it? Mu is equal to sin 60 plus 40 by 2 the whole divided by sin 60 by 2. How much is 60 plus 40 by 2? Yes, sin 50 by sin 30. So if you do the math, I think you can use a Clark's table to find out the values, right? You can get 1.532. Okay. Okay. You are getting it? Last question, I believe. I'm not very sure. Yes, last question, students. Only one more question. See, as I said, before 9, we'll finish. Is this question clear to all of you? So if you've enjoyed the class, okay, after the class, please let me know in the comment section. Okay? I want my comment section flooded with comments. Okay, I don't get any response, so let's move on to the next question. All set and done for tomorrow. Okay. Yes, Rocker, this is last. This is the last question. Okay. Okay. Using Bohr's model, calculate the speed of the electron and the orbital period in a hydrogen atom for levels n is equal to 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So this is very easy. You just have to find out the speed of the nth orbit. How will you do that? Vn is equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to 6 is a constant divided by n. Now to find out radius, you do n square into 0.529 into 10 raised to minus time. Time period is 2 pi rn by Vn. Now how I got all these constants? Oh, I've not mentioned it here. See, sine 50 you can find from the Clark's table, no? I think you can find it from the Clark's table. I don't have a Clark's table with me to show you. Sorry. Yeah, these are the different answers. You just have to substitute, V1, R1 and T1. Okay. So these are the three formulas. In that, you just have to substitute n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3. Because that's given to you in the question. They've asked you 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Yes, Rocker. Exam 1 is over. Exam 2 is over. Now exam 3 is also going to be over. So that will be the last. If you pass exam 3, this will be the last session for you from my side. Okay. Rohit Rathod is giving him full positivity. V is equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to 6 into Z by N. Yeah, Z is 1. It's a hydrogen atom, right? Yes, Z is 1. So you don't have to take Z. Yeah, you can put Z also, but Z is 1. So you don't take it. Okay. So these formulas also you can keep in mind. Okay. Speed of electron, radius of orbit, orbital time period. These are the three formulas. I will just show you one. So this will be for first orbit. V1 will be 2.18 into 10 raised to 6 by 1, which is 2.18 into 10 raised to 6. Now R1 will be 1 square into 0.529 into 10 raised to minus 10. Now T1 will be 2 into 3.14 into R1 is how much? 0.529 into 10 raised to minus 10. Can you see because of my head? The whole divided by 2.18 into 10 raised to 6. So if you do the math, you will get, what is the value? This value. This value you will get 1.52 into 10 raised to minus 6. Sorry, Rocker. I said if you want to, attend more classes, okay, you will definitely pass. You will get 90 plus. If you don't get, then who will get? Why, Rohit? Why can't Rocker get 90 plus? Okay. So students, for n is equal to 2, what do you do? Instead of 1, you put 2. 2.18 into 10 raised to 6 by 2, which is 1.09 into 10 raised to 6. R2 is 4 into 0.529 into 10 raised to minus 10. 4 because it's 2 square. Okay. Now same thing for n is equal to 3. V3 will be 2.18 into 10 raised to 6 by 3. R3 will be 3 square. That is how you get 9 here. Okay. T3 is 2 pi into 4.761 into 10 raised to minus 10. The whole divided by 0.727 into 10 raised to 6. You will get 4.12 into 10 raised to minus 15. So these are the values that you will get. Can you quickly let me know if you're getting it? Yes, no, not getting. I am asking you something here. Are you all getting it or not getting? Sitting in students, all those who are writing for improvement or for passing or whatever your purpose is, I wish you all the best. Okay, I want you to all do very well. Yes, no tension. If you've prepared quite well, you can go to sleep now. If you've not, go and sit and learn some more. Students, just watching any of my videos won't help you. You have to write and learn the derivations that I do. Okay? Yes. So please let me know in the comments how the session was. Okay. So if you've liked the session, please let me know. Okay. Let me know your feedback. Okay. So I know what to improve and how it was and all that. Not in the live chat, in the comments. Okay. Because I need to see it. Okay. So I wish you all the very best and keep rocking. Okay. Waiting for all your comments. Bye bye. I'll see you all after your exam. You should all come and let me know how your exam was. Bye, students. Bye bye.